All right, patience is something very, very important, and you don't want to skip this part of trading, being patient in the market. All right, and it's something that most people don't get to talk about. They just talk about the technical part of trading, but being patient in the market is something very, very important. So you don't close your position when it has not hit your TP yet, or rather, you don't start adjusting your stop loss because you see price reversing to your stop loss or to your entry points. All right, so if you stick around to this video, we are going to learn the principles of being patient and the benefits of being patient. All right, so stick around, let me show you something. As you can see, this trade has played out perfectly well, but I want to show you something on how I made use of patience in this video. All right, this is USD JPY. All right, so clearly we can start analyzing. Let me start analyzing from the 4-hour time frame. All right, from the 4-hour time frame, what can you see here? You see that price is clearly bullish. How is price bullish? We are having a break of structure right here, upside, and then price tapped into this demand zone right at this point. As you can see, I've analyzed the charts, but I'm just going to like brief everything so you can understand me better. All right, so price tapped into this demand zone and then give us another shift of structure right here. So you can see the shift of structure. Now price has gone up till this point. Now I want you to understand something. Price retraced the first time, but not up to 50%. All right, not up to 50%. And if we zoom in right here, if we zoom in, you can see this fair value gap right at this point. Let me zoom in again. You can see this 1, 2 fair value gap at this point. All right, now this is something price will definitely come and forward. All right, because there's liquidity resting at this point, there is money resting at this point. Price will definitely come and forward it, and as price is coming to forward it, then price will take out this low here because this is like a fake retracement. Now most retail traders will be entering for their trade from this point, thinking that price is done retracing. Now price is about to go up, but then again, this is an inducement right here. All right, price will definitely come and take this out. All right, so I waited carefully. As you can see, I spotted it out and I draw this dollar sign here, knowing that there's liquidity below this point. All right, so I waited carefully for price to come take that out, and which price did right at this point. Now let me show you how I entered for this trade. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. All right, on the 1-hour time frame, let me show you something. This was what happened right here. As you can see, price was trading downward, coming to take out that inducement, and price took out the inducement right at this point. But as price is taking out the inducement, if you check out the external structure, you see that this is a break of structure right here. This is a break of structure to the downside, and then price retraced and kept going down. Now price is going to retrace using the external structure. All right, I don't know if you're understanding me now. If you can check this clearly, all right, let me zoom in. If you can see this clearly, you see that price retraced and kept going down. Now this is the internal structure. All right, price has not retraced carefully or totally. All right, I will say totally. Price has not retraced totally. This is the internal structure. Price just going down. All right, there's going to be a deep retracement. Firstly, either at this supply zone right here, at this supply zone right here, or at this extreme supply zone. As you can see, there's an order block right at this supply zone here. I already spotted that out. This is an order block right here. So I waited carefully until I see price retracing to that point so that we can continue trading bearish. All right, because you can see from the 4-hour time frame, price is bullish, and then price is retracing to facilitate the pullback. After facilitating the pullback, then we can continue going bullish. All right, but for now, price is bearish to just complete the pullback. All right, so as you can see, spotted my order block right there. and I waited carefully for price to tap into it. Now price tapped into it. Now let me show you what I did when price tapped into it. Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. All right. Now, if you are watching me for the first time, my name is Sammy Trade, or you can call me Sammy. All right. Here we teach trading in a way that even a 5-year-old can understand, and we do mostly of swing trade. All right. We do scalp, we do intraday trade also, but then again, we do more of swing trades. All right. We are swing traders here. Okay. So carefully, price tapped into our order block right at that point. And then again, if you look at the market structure carefully, I think let me take these things out. All right. If you look at the market structure carefully, you see that this is a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and our last higher high, meaning this is our last higher low right here. This is our last higher low right here. Now I waited carefully for a clean shift of structure. As you can see here, price tried to like shift structure, but then again, price was just consolidating right at this point. There was a little choppiness right at this point, and then price went up and then cleared this low. Therefore, shifting structure perfectly. All right, we had a perfect shift of structure right at this point. All right, so I waited for a retracement, which I took out my premium and discount right at this point. I waited for a retracement, and then price retraced, tapped into my premium points, and then I saw this candlestick confirmation, and then I entered for the trade. All right, as simple as this. As you can see, price was trading upward with small bullish candlestick, and then I saw a change of color of the candlestick, not just the change of color, and then an engulfing candlestick right here. So I entered for the trade at this point, as you can see. Now, since we are swing traders, this was what I did. I entered for this trade 3 times, right? 3 solid times, and my first take profit was, let me go to the 1 hour time frame so you can see this clearly. As you can see, my first take profit was right at this low here. I'm going to show you something right at this low here. Now, this is the principle, or this is the advantages of being patient in the market. All right, as you can see, price tapped into, immediately I entered for the trade, price started going to my direction, and then I'm having a deep reversal right at this point. Now, most retail traders, or most of you beginners, what are you going to think about? What will be on your mind immediately you have something like this? You're definitely going to close the position, right? Or maybe you think that maybe you are not right about the setup, or something is wrong about this setup, because why will price be retracing? Why will price be going to your entry or to your stop loss? Why? And you sit down there, start fighting with your emotions, and you sit back there, start struggling. And most of you will be like, man, I can't just watch the price hit my stop loss or take me out. I have to close this position. Maybe I'll just get out with the small profits. That will be more better. You'll be thinking like this. You probably will be thinking like this, right? But then again, patience is very, very important. Now, while you are being patient, there are 2 things involved. If you be patient without doing anything, you might lose your hard-earned money. But you can still be patient and do something about being patient. All right? Now, this is what you can do about being patient. While you are patient, waiting for the price to come, hit your TP, then you can do this. All right? If you can see this trade. When I entered for this trade, my stop loss was right at this high here, at this swing high here. This was how I placed all my setup. All right? The first trade, the second trade, and the third trade, they were all at this point. Their stop loss was at this point. All right, but then again, after I had a break, I wouldn't say a break of structure, I would call this a shift of structure. But then again, price has already shifted structure right at this point from the 15-minute time frame. Now this is the 1 hour time frame shift of structure right here. This is the 1 hour time frame shift of structure. I have no reason to panic. Why? Because price has shifted structure on the 15-minute time frame, also on the 1 hour time frame. So you see that these things are now aligning together from the 15-minute time frame, now shifted structure on the 1 hour time frame, and the next thing we are expecting is a shift of structure on the 4 hour time frame and on the daily time frame, and so on and so forth. Then we hit our TP. As simple as that. So now, since I've had a shift of structure on the 15-minute time frame, I also had a shift of structure on the 1 hour time frame, I have no reason to panic. But then again, you can't tell the market what to do. Right? I know you can't tell the market what to do. The price can still take you out. But then again, don't panic. All right, be patient. So price was retracing to my stop loss or to my entry point, and then I moved all my stop loss to break even. All right, I moved all my stop loss to break even, and price was somehow consolidating right at this point. And you can see yesterday there was an NFP news. Most of you will close this position when you hear that, man, there's an NFP news today by so time. You just close the position thinking that maybe the price might come hitting your stop loss or hitting you, taking you out on break even or something like that. But then again, I sticked with this trade. All right, I was like, man, it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. So NFP news came and price traded bullish. You can see this up move here, and I was not even panicking because I didn't even check my charts. I was like, I already placed my order and I left it to just play out. All right, so price went up to this point, and you can see this long upper wick right at this point. You can see price went up to this point, stopping a lot of retail traders out. But after stopping them out, then we had this huge move right here. And this huge move was ongoing when we had CPI news coming out today. By 6 p.m. Sorry, by 6 a.m. we had CPI news, consumer price index. So that CPI news is the one that pushed price even more to this point. And as you can see, I've hit first TP. All right, price has hit my first TP, as you can see right here. So you see, this is what you gain from being patient. All right, and this is the things you should do while you are being patient. Just set your trade at break even. All right, stop adjusting your stop loss. Stop adjusting your stop loss, because you have to give price a breathing room for price to like retrace and then do its thing and then definitely go to your supposed direction. All right, stop shifting or adjusting your stop loss. All right, let the trade play out. All right, stop being emotional. So as you can see, price went and hit my first TP. Now price is still going to my second TP right at this point. As you can see, price was close to my second TP. Now let me show you where I set my second TP. I was making use of swing lows. So my second TP was right at this swing low here. Right here. As you can see right there was my second TP. Now my last TP was at this fair value gap. I don't know, maybe price will not get to this point. You can see this fair value gap here, this first one and the second one that I showed you guys. But this one look like price has tapped into 50% of it. You can see price already tapped into 50% of it. So I made use of this one here. But then again, I'm not sure price will get to this point, but I already make money. All right, even if I want to lose any of the trade, the money I've made from that first TP is bigger than all the losses I will make from this trade. All right, so that's how risk management works. All right, and if you can remember, you see that I already set my stop loss at break even, so I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose, or rather I have nothing to worry about. So as you can see, price is still going. Very soon price will hit second TP, and then I'll just wait for the third one. All right, so check out your charts. If you are having this kind of setup, if you entered for this kind of trade, then I will call you a legend. All right, because you have been long in this game for you to spot this kind of entry, because it's not really easy. Forget the fact that I'm just explaining these things to you. These things are not easy to spot them, because while you are doing your market structure analysis, any small mistake can make you lose a huge amount of money. All right, can make you lose a huge amount of money. So it comes with a lot of experience. All right, now let's go to CHFJPY. I traded CHFJPY also. All right, now this is CHFJPY. This was the trade I entered for, and I was waiting for another trade to enter for another trade, but then price was too fast to move. All right, I do trade during the London section. All right, if price starts moving before the London session opens, I won't enter for that trade. I have my own rules. I have my own trading plan. All right, so let me show you something. Go to the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, price is bullish. All right, price was going up and then price retraced right at this point. While price was retracing, we had this shift of structure right here to the upside, and price was still pulling back carefully. Now, while price was pulling back, this was what I saw right here. While price was pulling back, we had a shift of structure, which is this shift of structure right here. As you can see, price was giving us a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and then a lower low right here. This low is lower than this low, and then we had a shift of structure right at this point. And I was waiting for the retracement. Let's go to the 1-hour time frame. I waited for the retracement. As you can see, I pull out my premium and discounts, waited for price to trade into my discount or tap into my discount. All right, so immediately I got price tapping into my discounts. Then I entered using the candlestick confirmation. All right, let me show you what I saw that made me enter for this trade. All right, now if you know nothing about candlestick, I'm going to do a video about that very soon, talking about the important type of candlestick, all right, or the types of candlestick you should check out for at your point of interest. All right, so clearly as price was coming to my discount points, I was having this huge bearish candlestick, huge bearish candlestick, huge bearish candlestick, and then I had a doji candlestick. Most of you don't know this, but this doji candlestick is something very, very important, and you don't want to miss this candlestick. Anytime you see this candlestick at the bottom of a downtrend, just know that price is about to reverse to the upside. Price is about to skyrocket. And anytime you see this type of candlestick on the top of a bullish trend, just know that the sellers are going to enter into the market, are coming inside the market. All right, so be ready to sell. But then again, you can't just trade using this candlestick. You have to apply other structures, other analysis. Then this candlestick confirmation comes last. You check out this candlestick confirmation before you enter for the trade. All right, so you have to do other things also. So this is an additional confirmation for me. All right, so as you can see, I saw this doji candlestick and an engulfing candlestick. I see this candlestick clearly engulfs the doji candlestick. But then again, I waited for a clear bullish engulfing candlestick. I needed that confirmation to tell me that, man, the buyers are in the market. All right, I need that inefficiency. But then again, I had the inefficiency right here. So I entered for the trade, and my stop loss was below this point. Entered for the trade right here, and my stop loss was below this blue here. But then again, after I had a break of structure to my direction, which was, I think, this, immediately price break above this high here, and then I move my stop loss to break even right here. I move my stop loss to break even. So I waited carefully, and as you can see, also the power of being patient, the advantages of being patient. Price was consolidating right at this point. Price almost got to my TP. Look at this, guys. Price almost got to my TP, and then price starts reversing. This is crazy, man. After seeing price almost close to your TP, and you'll be feeling like, man, I don't think price will still come to that point because price already went to that point, and my take profit was too high. I think I set my take profits somewhere too high. I think I should have just put it right at this fair value gap, something like that. I would have made money and just get out of the market. My TP was so high. You'll be thinking all these things, but then again, I was not panicking. I have no reason to panic, all right, because I know what I'm doing. So I waited carefully. Price consolidated right at this point, and then finally price hits my take profits. All right. So think about it. If this was just what price want to do, price will just go back and just reverse and just take me out on break even. But then again, price still came up. So you see that I know what I was doing. Me setting my take profit right at this point, and having the confidence that price will definitely come to that point. And price did, and immediately price came to that point, price just went down. I don't know if you're understanding me. Price just went down. So you see that you need to know what you are doing, all right, to be confident. All right, trust your analysis. And this comes with psychology. This comes with the psychology part of trading. You have to build your mental stage. All right, you need to understand yourself, trust the process, trust your analysis. All right, if you don't trust your analysis, or if you don't trust your strategy, why then are you using it? You're having a trade like this, and price came close to your take profits, and then you start wondering maybe you are not setting your take profit properly. Don't you have your trading plan? What are you writing down, or what did you wrote down that this is where I'll be setting my take profits? What did you write down? And why are you not following that plan? Because if you are following that plan and your plan says set your TP here, you would definitely set your TP here and wait for price to come to that TP without doing anything. So have your plan, and then respect that your plan. Respect your plan by following them. All right, respect your plan by following them. So you see, most times it's not about strategies. All right, any strategy you are using, you are going to be profitable if you have the right psychology. All right, so just pick any strategy you like, and then you trade with the right psychology, and then you are going to make money out of the market. It's as simple as that. Don't be deceived. It's as simple as that. Don't let anybody come and gaslight you, telling you that maybe this strategy is more better than this strategy, or this thing is more better than this thing. There are people trading with double top, double bottom, and they are still making money. There are people trading with trend line, and they are still making money. All these things. There are people trading with indicators, and they are still making money. So just have your strategy, and just have the right psychology. All right, then you make money. So it's not just about strategy. All right, so as you can see, price hit my TP right at this trade, and then I was waiting for price to come back to this demand zone, which is also my order block right here. So I was waiting for that, and then now price tapped into it. And yesterday and today we are having CPI news. Yesterday was NFP news, and today we are having CPI news. So you see that the thing is just confusing. I already did my analysis, yes, but then again, it's just confusing. At 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock a.m., price is already moving, like not even London session yet. So I had no opportunity to enter for this trade, so I just left it. If not, I would have just entered right at this point. Immediately I start seeing this engulfing candlestick, but I don't trade news, so I shouldn't trade at that time. And my trading plan says I should trade during the London section, just the London section. All right, so trade with your trading plan, and then be patient. Just be patient and trust the process. Trust your analysis. If you don't trust analysis, then throw them away. Just find something else you can trust. All right, trust your analysis and respect your analysis. Very importantly, respect your analysis. All right, so hopefully price will retrace somehow, and then I can enter for the trade. But then again, I can't enter right at this point. If I start entering chasing price right at this point, my stop loss will be all the way below this point, all the way below this point. And I don't want that for myself. I don't want to risk too much. All right, I know how much I'm risking per trade, and how many pips I'm risking per trade. So I don't trade randomly. We pick one sniper trade and we enter for the sniper trade. Right? We are not babies here. We trade with the right psychology and the right strategy. Yeah, the right strategy. All right, so if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Sammy Trade, or you can call me Sammy. So if you watch this video to this point, that means you've enjoyed something from this video and you've learned something from this video. So subscribe to this YouTube channel so that other traders can gain access to this YouTube channel, for them to learn something about trading and gain clarity about the trading industry. All right, so like and share and subscribe. All right, and happy trading day and happy trading week.